Hello, everyone. This is Sharon Creations by Carrie. It's Carrie. How is everyone doing? Hopefully, well. I'm doing much better. I was sick for like 3 weeks. It was brutal. It was flu like in the beginning with just the fatigue that you get from the flu. And then I didn't have the other symptoms of the flu. I'm pretty sure I had a fever. And then it was strictly from a few days, it went straight to being a head cold. And I couldn't breathe half the time. My sinuses were so messed up. They still are a little off, but I can breathe better. It was tough. And then um, we did Thanksgiving on Saturday, and I cooked the whole meal and pretty much spent the day cooking that Thanksgiving meal with the turkey and all the sides and homemade biscuits, and I wore myself out. And then Sunday, because I'm like, I made it through cooking that whole meal. I got this. So I had a desk in our spare room, and so I took the table that I had, which is like a 6 foot folding table. I took that out and I put the desk in here. So this is now what I'm working on is a desk. It's got a shelf up here. Um, it's got, of course, the slide draw for the keyboard, which we haven't had desktop used our desktop, and when it quit working or something went outdated or something, we stopped using it. And then it's got two big shelves on the right side, and then it has the spot where you would put the tower. I put my trash can there, and then it has a small bookshelf. So then I put other stuff on there, and so it's a different setup. It has more shelving. It has less work surface. So this wall right here, or this shelf right here, pretty much limits my work surface. So I'm still on the fence about it. I guess I'm gonna have to get used to it because it is very beneficial in other ways. But it's a very long table. I can fit my cutting mat, I can fit this mat on it, and I still have my glass mat. So it's working for now. But in doing that, I overdid it. And I've, over the years, had retinal migraines, which I didn't understand what they were for a while. I thought it was vertigo, and then realized after more research that I found out that it's retinal migraines. So, usually I get this kaleidoscope vision where it literally looks like you're looking through a kaleidoscope, and it was really bad. And I was trying to prep this all and do a couple of cards, and I couldn't see anymore. Everything was like I was looking through a kaleidoscope tube. And so usually when that happens, I end up with a very bad migraine afterwards, which I never get migraines. I actually feel like I'm getting a bit of a headache now, so I probably pushed it too much again today. But I needed to get this done. I needed to be in my craft room to get some more normalcy back into my life and share the very cool things I got from Temu. And so I'm probably going to be all over the place because it's been several weeks since I sat down and done a video. I also sat down and made myself a little sign for my channel. I was just kind of winging it. But if nobody's sure when they're flipping through the channels and goes to the next one, you miss who it is, they'll see my name. I thought it was a little something fun to add to my channel. So one of the things I got was a purse, as if I don't have enough, but I really didn't care for the last one I got. It works, it's just in person it looks like a throwback to the 70s, and in the pictures it didn't really seem like that, but it's fine. But I ended up buying another one. Plus I bought Christmas gifts for my husband and my son, and my puppers, and my cat. I bought them a blanket, and it has pictures of dogs on it. My dogs love blankets. All three of them, and my one cat, all love blankets. That's how many I have left. I've lost a few, and then recently my fur grand boy, my son had to put him down. So we've had three losses of pets, and had a human loss. So it's been a rough couple of months. So I'm hoping that it doesn't show in my videos. But I've also, that job kind of is fading out, and so I have applied for a couple of jobs. Tried to go for one that was completely different from what I did, and I haven't heard anything, so I'm kind of just giving up on that one. So I tried for I applied for one working in the same field that I was in, that I've been in for the last 14 years. I was kind of hoping to go away from it, but that's where the money is. That's where the hours are. So I am hopeful that that chapter is not done. I didn't want it to be totally done. I definitely needed to take a step back from it. But one of these days, I will probably fill you in on the last 2.5, well, now 3.5 months. But right now, not yet. So I won't be posting the link because there's Christmas gifts in it. I don't want the husband and the son to know because they're both subscribed to my channel. My husband's like, did a video today, I got a notification. And so I don't want them to see what I got them. So this is smaller than it would have been, but I will do the one thing that is not craft related. I seen this bag and they have another one just like this, but it's shorter and longer. And this is the dark brown. It comes in black and it comes in a lighter brown, kind of in this shade. And so I kept seeing them and I was like, ooh, those are nice. So it's got a nice pocket here, it's got a nice zipper pocket here, place you can hook something on. And then inside it has the purse or the change pocket. It has a big pocket, and then it has a spot for like where you could sneak your phone or something like that. It's not a huge deep pocket. I actually thought that it was deeper than that, but it's not as deep. So it gives them more space. Put the phone, the wallet, receipts, all that kind of stuff. And then there's a pocket back here. The only thing I'm not liking is these straps. They're cloth, and they should be leather. So I'm disappointed in the strap. I think this is geared towards a man's over-the-shoulder satchel bag, I guess they call them. But, and then it's got a little handle here so you can grab it quick. I can't understand why the pocket's not as deep. Because they're basically saying that you could fit like a tablet or something in there. And you definitely can't. So I'm not quite sure. My keys will probably go there, saying that it'll be easy to access. It's faux leather. The smell on it wasn't really that bad. Usually, when you get bags and stuff like that, yeah, it smells like it had a little bit of a smell at first, but now it kind of smells like if you get it from a department store. So no biggie. All right, I don't even know where to go next. Sorry, I am still coughing. I had previously purchased this microphone that somebody had done a review, and it sounded really nice. But then I didn't realize that you need to hook it up to a. You need another connector because this obviously isn't going to hook into your phone. So one is I got I had to get the connector for it, and basically you can put it for headphones, but you connect this into here, and then you plug it into your phone, and the microphone's supposed to work. Guess who hasn't tested it out? I forgot. So I got the connector. The connector was $1.98. This was $1.98 for this too. So next video I have, I will probably use this, but I'm pretty sure I need to test it out. But when you post it, when you listen to it on your phone, like you do the video, and then you play it back, your audio's fine. But when you upload it to YouTube, it's not. So I may end up doing a small video to where I'm testing out the mic to see if that mic's even worth it, or if I just stay with the one I got now. So there's that. Sorry. So then I got this container. It's got 28 slots, and I was thinking of putting the diamond pieces in it, which I put some white ones in it. I think I bought some off Walmart because I couldn't find one of the diamond paintings I got. I thought was supposed to be more white, and then it was more pink. So I ordered some white ones. I don't even know if I'm going to need the white ones. However, I'm still using them in projects. So this was 84 cents, and I've already gotten two rebates. So it's like 64 cents or something like that. So I have two of these. Or I have one of them, but they're the bigger one. So it's basically half the size of the large one. So I think I'm going to put the diamond pieces in here. At least that's the plan anyway. So then, where do we go from here? Okay, let's go with the other things on the phone. So I had this idea I was gonna get some charms to hang off my phone. And then I was like, well, how do you do that? And I was like, oh, can't put my arms down. That was the other reason why I switched to this table, is because my phone grip, you turn it and it grips onto the table. Well, with it being folding, pretty much a card table, but it's the 6 foot large ones. My phone wouldn't stay, and I'd be videoing, and the next thing you know, my phone would be dropping. This is a harder surface, so I just got to remember not to put my arms on it and pump it because then it shakes the camera. But it was the only way I could come up with to make it to where my phone was not gonna fall and the bracket wasn't gonna give way. But I had gotten this for the plug. Hopefully you can see it. Beautiful butterfly with stones in it. And it's the C connector, which works on my phone. So it came with two of them for $1.68. And then so I was like, well, ooh, look at these. I got some lanyards that you can hang off the side for charms. So I got all these. It was a 10 pack for $1.48. So I can, on a whim, this one. So what is it? On the side of your phone has the phone case, and you can run this through it, and it'll hang off of your phone. So if you just want to do just the charm, you could, or you can hang more things, and then have it connect to the pretty much a dust cover plug. So this one came with a little cell phone, flip phone, and then it came with a moon with stars on it, and it's nice because it's got a lobster clasp. And then let's see, the next one is a heart with a flower in it. My elbow. And this is a heart with a key and wings. Hopefully my camera's picking it up and it's not just blurry. And then a star, my least favorite one. It's like a cross star, but I don't know. Oh, no, this is my least favorite one. Spider. Would have been good for Halloween though. And then a daisy. And it's got like one of the petals gone. I thought that was cute. And then there's the heart with the, like these kind of, like if you want to do like your daughter and your granddaughter, that would be cute. Because one's got the heart with the wings and the key, and this is the locket with the wings. So you could do you and your granddaughter. I thought that was super cute. And then this one. Oh, and a fairy. Pretty good details on them too. Hopefully it's picking up. Hopefully I just didn't babble on. So then I went to go play. And this is what mine ended up being. This is what plugs into your, where you plug your charger in. Got the butterfly. Then I dug into my charms. Inside another butterfly, a paw print, a butterfly, dog bone, dog paw, and a butterfly. So that the butterfly is one of the lanyard charms that goes with this set. So you basically you can skip like you don't have to do all this excess that I did. Because they have more charms to choose from too. That you could take the lanyard. Got my fingernails down, so everything's a struggle now. So you would have it where this would go into the side of your phone. And then you'd have this charm that does not want to sit right. There we go. Your charm, your heart charm hanging off with your butterfly, and then this plugs into your phone, so you can have two charms. This charm, they have all kinds. Just gotta make sure you get the right one for your phone. So it can be as a simple charm like that. So then, along the way, as I got this for free, as it popped up, pick something for free, try to get you to do your order. But it has 100 of the jump rings. And I picked the mixed colors. They have other colors where it's just packs of one color, and I picked the multicolor so that I wouldn't be stuck with one color and it not match anything. These are coded. I managed to chew the crap out of these when I was trying to close them, which goes. So normally these are $1.48. So I got these rings, this 3-pack, that's supposed to help you open and close jump rings. Well, guess who can't get the coordination to do it? Can't figure out. It was only 98 cents. I can't figure out how to use these. It looked like 3 the same size. It says 3-piece set, but I couldn't figure out how to use it. And so I got irritated and I was like, well, let me just use my tools. Well, one of my tools has teeth. Used the wrong one. Wasn't totally paying attention. And so I chewed up the colors. They look a little beat up. So you got to use the jewelry ones that don't have teeth. But I have to watch the video. Because clearly I forgot how to use it. And I can't remember how to use it. So yeah, there goes to show you when my brain is all over the place lately. And so that's that mess. So then let's go to this pile. So I found this paper and I was like, how interesting is this paper? Because I'm pretty sure I can't make this paper. So I was like, let me get this paper. It's called Retro Collection. That's pretty much all it tells you. But it is such an interesting paper. Let's do a white. So you can actually see how interesting this paper is. This looks woven in a design. If I can bring it down for a little bit. It is so interesting. I don't know how it's not unraveling on the edges. Kind of got a little bit of a stiffness to it, but it's that not helping the cause. It looks embroidery, like embroidery string in a design, and it's on the stiffer side. But it looks like it's stitched in the middle of each of the circles, in between the circles. And it's like hourglass. So it looks like the strings are open here, and they're woven together, but it's like stitched in the middle. It's something you have to see in person. It is my video is clearly not doing any favors. No, that's really interesting. And this, I am thinking my junk journals. That's going to be over the top cool for my junk journals. All right, so I'm going to need the pink paper because you can't see this one. It's like a mesh, and but it's not like that. You can get like rolls of mesh in Dollar Tree that have like the snowflakes in them, but they make a mess and the stuff just falls off. This is not falling off, but it's a little on the stiffer side, like it's coated with something. But I thought that was interesting also. And then This looks like fishnet. It's a little on the textured side. It looks like netting. It looks like they gave two of these pieces. This almost looks like, if you go this way, it almost looks like seaweed, kind of. Just really different textured type things that you could probably cut it from something, but you can't really make it. And then this is also on the stiffer side. It's kind of like a mesh, like a netting, but it's like a thread though. This, like the first one, it's like it's the machine has done a pattern and they just cut a piece and it's not fraying though. So it's almost like they got a spray sealant on it. And then this is interesting. Like squares. Some of the squares are filled and some are not. How interesting is that? I thought, my goodness, this stuff is like interesting. And this looks like a woven wool material. And keep in mind that they have like 6 different colors. So it's not just this color scheme that they have here. There's separately, I want to say there's like 6 different color schemes, like pinks, and I think there's a cream. I want to say there's a green. I can't even remember what the other colors are. But of course, this one caught my attention. I was like, I think they have lavender possibly too. But there's like 6 colors total. And this paper is so interesting. And this is like, yeah, this looks like woven. Yeah, it is woven material. I was like, that's super fun. And then I didn't realize this came with it. But it also has some vellum. And there's other papers that it comes with. That looks like paint watercolors. But it looks textured, like it's on a canvas. And this one's like a green hue to it, and this looks like it's on a canvas because you can see the grooves of a textured canvas if you take paint and run it over it. And then you've got this gray one that has a whole different, like, watery scheme to it. And then this one looks like paper I've made with pieces of flour in it, but it doesn't have all that bulk and texture to it. But it looks like it. You got that print, which looks like lace, strips of lace on dark gray paper. And then this looks like lace over the top of a bluish gray paper. And then this looks like gray crinkled up picture, or gray crinkled up paper. And it looks like a picture of it. And then you get this cool check pattern. I was very impressed with this packet. Unique is what I liked about it. It wasn't your traditional stack of papers that you get from Temu, but I thought this was fun. Really excited to put this in my junk journal. And okay, yep, retro story. It was $2.69 when I got it, which was like a month ago. It's now $2.98. Fun. fun paper. And with all of the color schemes that they have, because I'm pretty sure they have this family too, which is your traditional junk journal colors. I believe they have a set in that too, but it's really cool. If there's anything that you see you want to link to so that you can look at it further, I'll put the link in for this stuff, just not my whole order, so that I don't give away what I got for Christmas gifts. So then I got this die set, which is the words and the background pieces. Holy moly, I have to reorganize it because it's so hard to match them up. Once these aren't too bad, you can read these even though it's backwards. This is a pain in the butt to try to figure out what goes where. So I am gonna have to do it in two pouches, and put the backgrounds around each single one of them so that they match. I didn't do it yet. It took me forever to put these on to get the right ones and then glue them down because it's, the bubble letters. And so when I checked a few days ago, they were out, but they were $5.48 also. A little more expensive than their dies usually are, so when we all know that was going to happen. They get much more expensive than I'm not buying any more dies from them because it's going to be the same price as if you buy it in the store. So then, this was a fun set. It was $7.98. However, it's a multi-stamp set. I can't even read. I covered it. Sorry about the noise. 82 sentiment strips. So you've got two sets of words, and then you've got the one piece. Alanet? Alanetto? Natal? I don't know. Can't read it. I don't know what that C is. By Alina Crafts? Oh, subscribe to Alina Craft YouTube channel for monthly new release and paper craft tutorials. I'll have to check that out. But the die to cut the strips out is one solid piece. So you don't have I have one already that I got that it's individually sectioned out. And it kind of makes it hard to get them perfectly straight over the words. However, this one has holes in the four corners, and then when you stamp it, it has the four dots. So when you go to put it down on your cutting plate, you line up the holes, and there's a good chance that it's going to be on there straight. I was excited because at first I was like, ooh, I don't know if I want to like this. But when I noticed that it had the dots, I was excited because then I knew that I would be able to line it up. One thing to learn, trial and error, is do not stretch your stamp. This happens to be a one-piece stamp, which I did a horrible job cleaning. I do the same thing to this one. No, this one doesn't look as bad. This one looks like I didn't clean it very good. Or it's in the package backwards. It's one solid piece. And it has the dots in the four corners. So you have to stamp those to make sure that your metal die cut piece will go over the top and you will get a perfect alignment. Do not stretch this when you put this down. You're going to have to use a platform. It's kind of no way around it. This type of stamp requires a platform because unless you have a big block, good luck because you have to multi-stamp these. So platform is the only route you can use for these large single sheet stamps. Because I think I had to stamp it like 2, maybe 3 times to get the darkness that I wanted. And so you've got all these sentiments. It's got Christmas ones. There's some Valentine ones in here, birthday ones. Um, on your special day. Um, Supportive ones, I'm here for you. True love story never ends. Expect miracles. It started with love. Happy birthday. You're my little sunshine. Straight from the heart. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Coffee and friends. Warms the heart. Warm the hearts. Always and forever. No greater love. You warm my heart. Congrats. Joy to the world. Then this one is victory, simple joys, happy memories together. Wish you a Merry Christmas. I love the birthday girl. Making memories. Thanks so much. Best friend. Um, Water your flower with love. I feel so lucky today. Life is better with friends. Friends are a gift. Bless your heart. Happy anniversary. Wishing you all. Wishing you all you're wishing for. Dance in the rain. The magic of Christmas. I mean, it's got quite a bit of um, specific occasions and non-specific occasions. So I I enjoyed this one because then when I was learning, I I cut a bunch of them out. So I ended up doing one of these twice because I accidentally stretched the stamp when I was putting it on my platform. I didn't notice it, and then I went to go cut it, and I was like, "Well, crap." And then I was like, "Oh well, there's nothing I can do about it." So some of them are going to get messed up, but the majority of them were okay. So I just cut away, and it takes no time at all. So it depends on what cardstock you put it on. Um, if your paper is like a 65, that's not very thick. So if you wanted to, you could take this right over to your die cutting machine with paper and cut it out a couple of times, and then you can double layer up on them. 110 paper is a little more expensive, so if you want to just add one layer to them to add some thickness to them, and then you can put your 3D foam tape on it. Depends, but it gives you the option that you can cut these pieces out and stick them on the back. You don't have to do individually one at a time. Load it up on your paper, take them down so they don't move. So this you can just walk over there and put it down on a piece of paper, run it through your machine, and you can do it multiple times if you need to. If you want to make the most out of your thickness of your paper. So I think this is worth it. It's just you can't be impatient with it. I was trying to make sure I didn't have any bubbles when I was putting it on my platform. So I needed to not worry about the bubbles because it ended up coming out better when I didn't worry about it. Because that usually when you get bubbles, you have to multiple stamp. And so I just made sure that I added the ink where it was not doing a well enough job on the paper. I didn't just keep inking. So this is a nice set. I'm very happy with it. I've used a few of them already. So not sure how I'm gonna put this in my storage. I'm already ripping the crap out of the packaging, so we'll have to figure out how to do that neater. This is what sets I like putting sets together, but okay. And then I got some faux leather. They have multiple colors to choose from. I happen to pick blue. This was a project that I had popped in my head and it got stuck there. So it was not a bad price at all. It was 19.68 by 19.68. And it was only $3.98. They had multiple colors to choose from. It's textured. And I've already used it. Because of course I had to. I had to. So what I did was I took a piece and I put it in. This is the backing paper. It's sticky on the back, by the way. So you don't have to worry about fighting with having leather glue or any of that. E6000 helps out a lot. I'd taken one of my embossing folders and ran it through. Well, it embossed the paper really good, but it didn't emboss the leather as much as I had hoped, and it seems to be like releasing it over time. So that purse was $7.49. It's now $15.49. Huge jump. I'm glad I got it when I did. But this is my. Oh, did I do it backwards? Sure did. Oh well, I can just rearrange. Take these papers out and put them in the front. I'm so sorry, that was probably extra loud. I covered my book, and this is what my junk journal book, the big one that I got recently. It has the 9 holes. I covered it. It's sticking fairly well to the book. I didn't do such a well job cutting around these corners. The corners were extra fancy on this, so I went to plan B to try to cover it up. I covered it with some washi tape. Maybe I should come up a little bit. And so this is the piece that I ran through my embossing folder. It is not real deep. I mean, you can see it definitely. There's a difference. It's just not as pronounced as I was hoping. So I'm wondering if I should have shimmed it up some more so that it would be a deeper impression. Hold it in my embossing folder in the machine overnight where it was like, because leather's soft, so it kind of gives back. So if you decide to do it, try to emboss leather, I would suggest leaving it in your machine in the folder overnight. Um, there's some places where I'm gonna have to stick some E6000 to keep it down, but it is sticking fairly well to this book, and it's that craft paper book, pretty hard. So I put some more. This was a piece that because of the size of my book, it it used up most of it, and so I had another piece. So I put the piece here to cover how terrible it looked on the other side here, which is pretty much what it looks like on this side. That's pretty much what it looks like underneath there. So that's what it was supposed to go here, but it didn't. So, and then I just had taken a brooch that I had in my stash, and then this is suede rope. That's a pretty light blue color. It was really hard to tell what shade of blue it was on the site because it kind of looked a little teal, but then it kind of looked light blue, so it was hard to tell, but it's very soft. It was $1.99. It's 10 yards and it's 3 millimeters. And so I just cut the pieces, cut strips, went around. I was trying not to leave a seam so you couldn't see the the seams, so it made it look like it was one piece. For some reason, can't get it to happen here. Not too bad here. So this is the embossed piece, and then I just trimmed it out with the suede and glued the brooch down after it had like prongs in the back, the way you could thread it onto string or something. So I just kind of put it where I wanted it, pressed it down really hard to make indentations in the leather. Took a little tiny knife, made little slits where the indentations were left. Put some E6000, put it down, and that was less than an hour ago. And it's already in there really good. So I'm gonna need to flip my paper around. That's the pages I started and put them here. So here's the front of my book. Dang it. Can't help not touch the table because I didn't have that issue for the longest time. And then I put a little strip of washi tape to match there. And so it came out really nice. So it's definitely something I would do in the future. I don't think I'm done embellishing it though. Pretty sure I'm wanting to add some things to the corners here. I don't know what yet though. Kind of started digging through my stash, but then I was like, I need to do this video, and if I keep stalling, I'm gonna end up with a retinal migraine again, and I need to go to bed and get some sleep. That's part of my problem. And so that I believe is all of my order that I can show you. However, bonus round. There's a bonus for you. I made some cards. So that strip right there came out of that stamp set. And I had taken the trees, I cut it out twice, glued them together, and everybody has talked about cardinals being such an impact for people around Christmas time, year round, but especially at Christmas time. And so for some reason, two cardinals kept sticking in my head. And so I decided to make a card. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. So this idea was in my head for a while, so I had to get it out of my head. And then I had gotten this die set a while back, and so I added some embellishments to it. I put a little bit of ink on his antlers, some ink on the hedgehog, a little ink on the bunny, and then I had taken my acrylic paint pen and added the white to the deer's deer deer's tail, and then put a little bit on hers and a little on her head, and then put some on the trees, and then those little diamond pieces I added on to make it look like snow. And the set had all of these: the two snowflakes, the two deers, the two little animals in the tree. And then I had taken one of the new die cut strips, stamp set, and picked out the magic of Christmas. And it even looks like those two are dark and these two are light. Oh well. But there's another card. And I did a little white on the bunny's tail. And then I've had this die set for the longest time. I really liked it. I planned on picking apart this thing and cutting it to have colored chains, and have this black iron, and have this green. I didn't make it that far. I would have to cut it out at least 4 times, cut it up, and I just wasn't in the mood to do that. And so I decided to cut it out a few times. So I added it in red, taking some of the gold diamond pieces, did it in gold with the red diamond pieces, and then the silver with some green diamond pieces. I had to do a little bit of trimming. I had to trim that little piece off, this one, so it would fit on the card. It says yes, that style. And then this one, I had to cut on these two, I had to cut that piece off because it wouldn't fit. It barely fits as it is. So simple, flashy. And then I came across these wreaths that I've had. I bought this 3 die cut set that was wreaths. I'll show you this one. This is the first one I did. This is one type of leaf, and I cut it twice, and then I put some of the red bling pieces on it, and then when I cut out the red foil bow, and I was like, well, let me do something different. Those are the same Merry Christmas or whatever. I decided to do Peace on Earth, and then added some of those diamond pieces, just to add another color to it without it clashing with it. Because I thought about if I did green, the green would kind of look childlike, and then if I'd done the gold may have clashed. At least that's where I was going with it. And so then I pulled out the other one. I cut all 3 of them, and I didn't do anything with the other one. But this is the second one, and I decided to cut a gold bow. And so I was like, well, let me add some red, because that's no mistake, it's Christmas colors, with the green leaves and the red bling. And then because I picked gold to do the bow, I decided to add some of the gold bling, and then do the season's greetings in the gold to bring it all together, whereas the green and the red are like highlight colors to the gold. And then the final one had to do a little red truck. And of course, the Merry Christmas, so that's why my other greetings went different. But I cut the wheel wells in the silver, did the wood rails, the side panels of the wood in silver, did a glitter Christmas tree, and did the red foil truck, and then I did the black pearlescent paper for the wheels. And then I had taken some of the white bling like it was snow. And there's that. Those are the cards that I made the last couple of days. I enjoyed making these. So hopefully those inspire you to make flashy Christmas cards. I don't know. Those were all the dies I had pulled out and started cutting. There's one that I still haven't finished. I'm stuck on a creativity block on this one. This one is the fireplace with the stockings. And I cut it out. I cut it out in watercolor paper because I want to put my watercolors. And I didn't pop anything out. I left everything in because I think I'm going to multicolor the fireplace, but I haven't finished my thought on this one. I definitely want to use watercolors, but not feeling up to it yet to do that. Excuse me. And I have another tree design that I want to do for watercolors. It's like the previous cards that I had done were ornaments. This time I had seen a video um, and I did trees with watercolors. So I definitely want to make some of those. So when I get around to doing that, I will certainly bring that to you. And oops, sorry, Oki. He's at my feet. There's not a whole lot of room under there, but he managed to squeeze his chunky butt under there. Surprised he's not snoring. He's usually snoring. So if there's anything in that order, excuse me, you would like a link to, just let me know in the comments, and I will go pull the link for you and put it below your comment. Um, Hopefully you enjoyed this haul finally and enjoyed the cards. And I appreciate all of you so much. So sweet that you all have been patient with me while I try to get better and get back to being myself and hopefully back to working soon. Very soon, because Christmas is going to be difficult this year. um, so, and I know it's not about the gifts, but you know, money's tight and a little hard to buy you Christmas dinner. And my husband's a big kid when it comes to Christmas, so I don't want it to be like not a fun Christmas gift for him. My kid's like, my son's funny. He was just like, we had some Italian pastries. He's like, just get me some of those. That kid's all about the food. He's like, whatever, I don't need gifts. Just give me food. I'll just come for the dinner in the fried dough, which we do every year. So thankfully, my son gets the whole thing, the whole point of Christmas, that it's not about the gifts. Even though that kid got every single thing he wanted. I am grateful that we balanced in parenting so that he is a kind, grateful, strong young man. Now I'm back. I don't know when my next video is going to be because I'm going to need to get some rest again. Um, I need to get rid of these suitcases around my eyes for my job interview, so hopefully that is very soon. It's a difficult job and there's not many people who apply for it, so hopefully that door opens. Prayers that that door opens for me. Um, Thank you for sending well wishes and checking up on me. I appreciate you all. If you haven't subscribed and you're still listening, hit that subscribe button. I still have a container full of stuff to give away for the 1,000 subscriber. So I am itching to give that stuff away. Plus, I have a bunch of cards that I'm pretty sure I want to give away. I'm thinking in the idea of giving away a card a month. So I think I might be doing that. Because they're just sitting in a box. With me being sick for so long, really don't want to go into a nursing home with them. Um, but there's definitely the idea in the works of if I do a set of cards, I can give them to somebody every month rather than just sitting in my craft room collecting dust. So that is in the works. So sorry. I am getting super tired, so now it's only going downhill from here. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you all. Hit the like button if you liked any part of this, if you're still around. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.